episode 6 of Sips and Spiders with Sebastian and
We made it.
Solar. Woo! Number 6.
Yeah.
We almost have a full 8 legs. As we'll have to do
We're gonna
something
get
big for episode 8. A party or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh, dude, episode 8 is gonna be October because
Okay.
7 is next month, and then 8 will be October. It'll be our October. We'll do a whole thing. We'll do something.
awesome. Nice. Fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah. So hi everyone. Make sure you grab a drink. Today my drink.
Yeah, you're gonna have to have mine because I don't have one here in the park.
Okay. Your drink is the sweet smell of the great outdoors or something like that. And
Exactly.
yes. And right now I'm drinking water because I had a mocha earlier and I don't often have so much caffeine, and so I need some water. So here we are.
I know that feeling. Yeah.
Hello Maron, hello Dan, hello David, welcome to the broadcast, guys. And Julia Becerra says, "Spiders, hide!" Because we're on a spider hunt today.
Yeah, we're gonna find a lot of spiders, hopefully.
Yes. And
they're back there, I think.
The spiders, I say, show up for your 15 minutes of fame or 15 seconds of fame or whatever they're willing to give us when we see them. They hang around and are not camera shy.
Some web builders, we can get them on there for a while. I've picked out this location, and there's another one down the path that will also maybe have a lot of things. Hopefully this one will be as productive as I remember it being, because I found a couple of really good Orb Weavers here last year. So should be around that time. We're near water. Yeah.
Awesome. So before we get started, Sebastian, I'm curious for you to explain, like, why on earth are you wearing so much clothing in the middle of summer? You must be boiling. Why?
Oh, yeah, I'm sweating like crazy. This is all anti-mosquito situation. So last time we were sponsored by Big Mosquito, and so Issa got bitten like a billion times. We didn't get the sponsorship this time, and so they don't get it for free. So I've got, like, I'm fully covered. I'll do a quick pan down to my wading boots.
Wow, so much protection.
And then I've got this super silly looking outdoors hat, which does look a little ridiculous, but it keeps the mosquitoes from flying into your ears. And so the stream won't just be me, like, slapping my head for the entire hour.
Wait, Sebastian,
we're nearby. I'll do a pan. Maybe we can show it.
Is that are those fabric, like, flaps coming down part of the hat?
Oh yeah, that's my hat. That's like the back of my hat.
Very cool.
It's about as nerdy of an outdoor accessory as you can get, but when you're in the field for like 10 hours in the sun, this thing will save your neck.
Yeah, maybe I ought to get one for when I go to Borneo. Yeah, it does sound pretty good.
Honestly, I got it for field season, and I really was like, day 1, everyone made fun of it. Day 3, people are like, huh, maybe Sebastian was right.
Yeah. I also have to comment, Sebastian, that you're not only wearing a long sleeve shirt, you're also wearing a vest on top of your long sleeve shirt.
Oh, this is for all the spidering stuff. So I brought a bunch of vials. Maybe I can do see if I can do this.
I'll make you larger on the screen too.
Gear walkthrough with everyone. Yeah. Okay, so this pocket has my wallet and keys, so that's not for you guys.
Essentials.
This is bug spray in here.
Ooh.
Then we've got a bunch of spider vials.
Yeah. If you can move slowly, that's helpful, by the way. For connection purposes.
I've got some clear vials for if we catch anything nice that we want to get on the macro lens. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I realize I'm probably moving. Right. Yeah.
Is that what? Did that happen to me during the bug episode too?
Streaming from my phone connection, which is being not great so far, but
yes.
So I've got
Sebastian broadcasting from Minecraft World.
Is the macro lens, which will be very important to everything. Sometimes yours was, I don't know how bad mine is because I'm just like seeing, I'm not. Oh well, we'll hopefully it'll stabilize maybe.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, there was just a delay and then it caught you up. But I think hopefully we're back. Just go move slowly.
But yeah, I've got, there's more vial. I did bring a spider that I found here previously. So we've at least. Yeah,
so Sebastian, you are getting a little choppy and we are losing you here and there. So if you are able to put your phone on a tripod and like just move in increments and very slowly, I think that might help us.
Friend. Yeah. If we were ready to get started, I'm planning to by the lake there, and it's a little bit off the path.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm experiencing a very big delay from when I speak and when you hear me also, as an FYI. So Sebastian, everybody, is at Shenley Park in Pittsburgh.
Oh.
Yeah. So, and when he first started broadcasting, we saw a tall bridge over his head, very characteristic of his location of Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, home of the Steelers. There's lots of bridges that go across the water. This is the struggles of broadcasting from the field. Woohoo! Is your phone in the sun or getting too warm? Okay, so I think you're experiencing the same thing as me, David. Sebastian is coming across as very metallic and broken up. And thanks for letting me know how I sound. So beautiful glitch art, though. Yes.
Yeah.
So maybe Sebastian leave and come back, perhaps. And then also another idea. Here, I'll switch this way for now. Is to try to stay in the shade when you're broadcasting with us to put less stress and try to keep your phone cool while you're out there in the field. You're doing so much work to broadcast us the scenes from where you are. Yeah.
It's a little warm, but it's not.
This broadcast is going to turn from spider hunting to cellular service hunting. Walk towards the cell phone towers, wherever they might be. If anyone has connections with the very powerful cellular service in the USA, especially on the East Coast, please connect they might be interested in sponsoring the Bug Scope / Slips and Spiders, please do introduce Sebastian and I. Right. No, Sebastian joined this broadcast like 10 minutes before, like 5 minutes before it started, and it seemed fine. So it must be something about like now that it started and it's broadcasting everywhere. Hi, Peter. Thanks for appreciating the appreciation award, David, and for appreciating our attempt to make this work. So right now, Sebastian is completely frozen. You're completely frozen, Sebastian, in case I don't know what's happening on your end, but hopefully all we can do is pray, maybe. And maybe I can show you guys a spider that I have here in the meantime. Or I can share you a couple spider stories. So the other day, I'm not sure. Can Sebastian see our comments easily? Sebastian, if you can hear me, try exiting the broadcast or the app and rejoining, and let's hope that helps. Yes. First, I will share the story of how sometimes you don't have to go hunting for spiders, they'll come right to you. And the other day, I was lying across my bed and just sitting there with on my belly, arms up. And actually, I was sideways, maybe, and reading a book. And all of a sudden, I felt something on my arm. And I looked, and there was a jumping spider that had crawled up my arm while I was sitting there. There are a lot of jumping spiders on this property in Ann Arbor for whatever reason, and I love it. And the spider was there, and then all of a sudden, as I was looking at it, it just dropped down on a thread and landed right on my cheek. It was really funny, and I was glad my mouth wasn't open as I was watching it. And then I brought it outside. So, hello, Lucia. Yeah, can I kick Sebastian out so he has to come back in? Try leaving the broadcast, Sebastian, if you can hear me.
Are you good?
Yeah. Thanks for the super heart, Lucia. Uninvite him? Does that kick him out? I'll try. Feels wrong.
I'm trying.
You're trying to exit? Let's see.
I don't know what's going through and what's not.
All right. I uninvited Sebastian and we'll re-invite him. All right, he's out of the broadcast. And now I'm going to re-invite him. And hopefully he can reset and we'll have better luck with bringing him on. All right, he is re-invited. Cool. Yes, kicked out. My co-host is kicked out. Now it's just us. Woo! Actually, so I have the species of spider that fell on me when I was reading my book the other day because they keep on showing up all over the place here. I guess there's just a really good year for them. And this other one I found in the bathtub. So of course I had to move it so that it would not get wet next time someone takes a shower. Yep, so rude. Yeah. All right. Here, it's in a temporary enclosure here. And I don't know if it's bad for my computer to put this on over the cover, but we will try. All right. Here's the spider. Oops.
Anything?
I hear you and you sound great. And it looks a lot better too, Sebastian.
sense.
So here's the little jumper. It's alive. It's just probably wondering what's going on. So you can't see the red band across its eyes very well, though. I think we need more light for that. Hi. Right. I will put her back for now.
I heard my voice.
Oh no!
Which is better than it was before.
It's choppy, unfortunately. And you look sideways, too. Yeah, jumping. I like that, Frank. Frank is sharing his interpretation of how to portray a jumping spider through emojis, and it's a kangaroo and a spider. All right, you're sideways, Sebastian. Is your phone on lock or something like that?
I see myself.
Also, the audio is choppy still, so not sure what to do.
Don't know what you guys see.
Yeah. We see you clearly, but it's delayed and your audio is slow and choppy. Not as bad as it was last time, but it's not easy to communicate with you still, unfortunately. Can you run home? Make a run for home? Maybe that's closer to. Can you change location, Sebastian? Or wander to a place that is more populated or closer to cell towers or cooler, like temperature-wise, maybe, if it's hot.
Hello.
Hello, that's a little better. You tilt your head like that. Maybe worst case scenario, Sebastian, you can do some spider hunting while you're there and take some videos while you're out in the field, and then we can maybe do a makeup spider hunting broadcast where you show us the footage of what you found.
Oh, it looks like I'm sideways. Oh, okay. I see.
There you are.
It's still choppy. I don't know why it didn't like reorient. Yeah.
There's a big delay when you hear me, like way bigger than when we first were in the broadcast pre-podcast.
I've turned it the other way around, and it might just not have updated on your end, or am I? Or was this now? Okay. Ooh, what about this?
It's working. It's working decently. Go find a spider right now before it changes. Go, go, go.
Yeah, like I can hear you fine, but I guess it's having trouble porting me out. I can try to get to a. Okay.
Right. I'm just going to switch this for now. And maybe for now, I will introduce you guys to, while Sebastian figures out location, perhaps I can go show my
I'm going to take that as it's not working.
sheet web spider. Yeah, like a metal detector, David. David's saying, watch the signal quality indicator and stop when it gets good. This is okay right now, but this is okay.
All right, I'm gonna go try somewhere else.
Okay, yeah, try somewhere else and see. Use the indicator in the top corner that says what the quality is like. Okay. Hi, everybody. Thanks for bearing with us here. I'm going to take us to go see a spider that's at the front of my house. In the meantime, while we're hoping that Sebastian can find another location to connect with us. But to do that, I need to join on my phone, and I think it means I have to mute myself on the computer, the desktop side of things. So let's see. So I'm muting. Okay. Okay. Sorry, guys. Can you guys hear me okay? Can you hear me okay? Okay. All right. So here we just came to the front of the house, and I guess I'm going to be going temporarily spider hunting in the house until to buy Sebastian a little bit of time to find a spot that has more connection. Yeah, audio is really tricky, especially when I'm adding a new camera. I think because my computer, like, automatically, I don't need to have headphones in when I use my computer, because I think the computer is like really good at automatically canceling out the audio. But as soon as I plug in or connect with my camera, it needs, like, my phone doesn't do that or something like that. I need to, like, it's like a puzzle. I need to stop and think about how it works and how to figure out the smoothest way to add the second camera. But in this case, I just ran away from my computer and then unmuted myself. So hopefully that worked okay. All right. So I'm going to share with you guys an agelidid spider, or grass spider, some people call it. I call them sheetweb spiders, but when I look up sheetweb spider, that colloquial common name, on Google. Hi, Molly. You can hear me great. Awesome. When I look up just sheetweb spider, a whole other family comes up, which is why scientific names are so important, because they keep us grounded. Okay, so here's the sheetweb spider. It's right on top of the mailbox. There it is. Came out to say hello to everybody. You're going to even see some remains of its previous meal. So these are super common spiders, and you've probably seen them around. And if you haven't seen them around, now you know what to look for. They'll be on the grass. They'll be in bushes. Hello, Tiny. How are you, little Anna? Sheetweb spiders, or Agelinidae. Agelinidae is the scientific name. This one's a very happy spider because right up here is a light. And so this spider, if I have the light on at nighttime, enjoys a bunch of free meals. One thing that can be fun about, oops, I just scared it by accident. But one thing that you can do if you want to interact with, yep, spider mail. If you want to interact with a spider, is sometimes if you take a little piece of, like, something, you can sometimes tease them out. So this one I just scared, so I don't know if it's going to come back out. Oh, maybe? I think so. Just a little bit of... I may have already scared it too much, actually. But you can see some of its meals. It ate a inchworm, or geometrid moth. That's what those wings are from. It also has a bunch of other random legs from previous meals. And right now you can see it's bottoms up. If we zoom in a little bit to see its rump, let's see if I can get some focus on it. There we go. If you look at its rump here, you can see that it has pretty long spinnerets. So spiders, this kind of spider tends to have long spinnerets. Spiders produce silk from these little spigots at the end of their abdomen, the tip of their abdomen, which is different from Lepidoptera or butterflies, which produce silk from their mouth parts. Silk has evolved multiple times across history, across the millions of years that it's been around, hundreds of millions of years that silk has been around in animals. And one way you can tell the difference between different species of spiders is the, like, if you look at their spinnerets, they have different spinnerets, different lengths of spinnerets, different arrangements of spinnerets, things like that. Molly says, I had one make a nice web from the garden fence to a tomato plant. I had to change my walking route around the garden. Oh, that's so nice of you. I had to make, yeah. So there's another one in the backyard that I want to show you guys as well, because I think the one back there is like a super duper, this one's a pretty nice web, and the one in the backyard is also pretty cool. It's going to be a little bit hard to show you because, I mean, it's hard to show silk because there's so many different layers, and it's a big challenge to catch it on camera. So we'll see what it looks like. We'll do what we can to go check it out. All right, here we go. I'm gonna go through the house to get to it. Right. And then I'm gonna go back upstairs. Then I'll go back upstairs to see if Sebastian is back and around. Hopefully he's doing well with relocating. All right, so now I'm in the back part of the house. And over here, flipping the camera, I noticed a really beautiful, magical looking web with a huge tunnel for retreat. Oh, I got scared back into its retreat. But this one has so much, looks like a cool little like tornado of silk wrapped among the hosta plants. And these, hi Sebastian.
Hello, is this
How are
better
you doing?
now? I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you seem pretty good. I'm going to finish the thought of what I'm talking about right now, and then I'll run back upstairs to rejoin you, okay?
Sweet.
Okay, so I wanted to make a comment real fast that the, oh wow, wish I could rearrange the screens, but I can't right now. Anyway, but sheet web spiders and the way that they have their webs so spread out, also there's a baby little jumping spider here as well, or a little tiny one, are a great example of how spiders really use silk to expand their range and what they're able to sense in the world. So every piece of thread that's touched on this web gives the spider information when it's touched by something. So it's like very cool, very cool. All right, so now I'm gonna run upstairs to go back to the desk because Sebastian is back with us from the field. All right, how do I exit this off my phone? Oops.
Okay, so I'll cover what Issa's running up.
I'm muting myself, but
so field here is very, we're interpreting that term because I'm in a park. There's going to be cars driving by, and like over there, they're filming a movie. I just walked by there, and there's like trailers with like actors and shit. So field, but what I've got behind me here is kind of a bunch of flowers and plants that look pretty decently spidery. If those don't work out, there's a pond over there that we're gonna give an attempt there. But I'm just glad that it's working. Issa, can you hear me like normal?
This is way better. Yeah, this is fantastic. Yep.
All right, so there's road noise now, but if you can at least hear me, it's something.
We can see you very well too. You're great. You're clear. Awesome. Yep.
Sweet. All right. So how do we want to do this?
Also, way less of an audio delay.
Sweet. Yeah, it's telling me I have better connection here. Okay, so
yeah, all good.
I'm going to switch the cameras, and I'll like try to talk through what I'm doing, and and we'll just kind of explore together because it's going to be. I don't know where the spiders are precisely right now, so we're going to look together. Okay. All right. So. Okay. Hello, everybody. What we're gonna do now is look for spiders in this kind of bush clearing area here. I am in Shenley Park. I'm like right by the fountain, if anyone knows it. And so when I see a place like this, there's a few places that I feel like I could find spiders. And the first one, let me get this a little less jittery, is kind of in the tops of these plants here. Sometimes you'll get spiders hanging out up there trying to catch things that come in and land. And then there's also down on the ground in this leaf littery stuff. There's a good chance that if we flip some of those, we might get someone. So let's start up here in the plants, and I will try to one-hand this.
Will you also describe, is this like a deciduous forest sort of habitat area?
Yeah, it's a deciduous, like Western Pennsylvania forest, kind of mixed of like actual forest and then some. It's a park, so some of this has been like planted and specifically maintained by people. So I don't know how natural any of these environments are in terms of like the plant composition. This field that we were just looking at does feel a bit more like what I'd see um, outside of the park, but there's definitely like gardened areas that are kind of like around the corner. So we're just gonna have to see what we get in terms of luck here. Okay, so I'm gonna park us here. So I'm interested in this. So one of the things is okay, and we're in focus. Good. Okay, let me hold the camera with my left hand and work with my right hand because that makes more sense. Okay, so at the tops of these, usually if there's an animal, it's gonna be underneath. So I want to flip it and kind of look through here. Now I see maybe some web, but there's no one here right now. Sometimes in the centers, if you break these apart, you'll get animals hiding in there, but it's not a guarantee. And you know what? I'll plant this and actually just walk in front of it because I feel like that might just be better. Let's try that. So I'm having trouble just like getting everyone in shot. Okay. All right, so we'll do this. Let's try over here. All right, so this. Right. God, tripod, behave. All right. So this here is like it's clearly the flowers are over, but sometimes spiders will nest in these if they're not necessarily looking to catch food, but just for safety, because these are all like kind of little sticky thistly things. I don't know if this is the right word. But if you look underneath and break this apart, there might be.
What kind of spiders are you looking for, or do you expect to find in those locations, Sebastian?
Yeah, that's a good point. So normally in places like this, and so I'm also flipping leaves over underneath because sometimes you'll just have stuff hiding underneath leaves. What I've found here before is a lot of jumping spiders. I found a few of those like red dwarf spiders, so like bright red dwarf spiders before, in this park, and they're usually kind of in like stands of plants like these, but I haven't looked in this specific location before.
Okay.
But let's just keep going and see what we can see. A lot of this is going to be, we're going to see what we can see in different places.
Right. We have a question from Christian for you, Sebastian, asking, which spider produces the strongest web?
So I know the spider that has the strongest like silk. It's probably the strongest web, because I guess you could measure like the strength of like one piece of silk versus the strength of the entire web, and that would be, it's called Darwin's bark spider, I think. And I believe it's in Australia, but I could be wrong about the location. But they have the silk that's specifically the silk that they use to like anchor the top part of their web is the strongest in the world in terms of like what's been measured. But I don't know if anyone's measured like a web and like how much force it takes to like break through it, which would be a slightly different experiment. Okay. So I'm seeing some webbing here, which is a little bit of strands of silk that probably aren't going to come up in the camera. That I saw when I kind of stepped behind it, which means there might have been spider jumping around here at a certain point, and now I'm doing the like dance around the flower to see if anything's hiding in here.
I'm not sure too, Sebastian, how tall your tripod is, but if it's easier for you, because I know it can. Okay, I was gonna say if it's easier for you, because I know it can be hard to multitask and hold the camera while you're looking for spiders. If you want to, you can put your tripod down and then go like look around for the spiders.
Well,
in
good
that,
news
if you want.
is that I found a spider.
Oh,
So
okay,
we
super.
can actually, yeah. So how do I want to show you guys this? I'll just put the tripod here and we'll kind of muck with it. Okay, so bear with me, folks. Okay. So, spider is on camera right now. Right there. There. Okay, I'm pointing at it. It's like hidden in. I try to center it on screen. Like hidden here in this tangle of webs, and the webs are at least maybe coming through. And it looks to be, something that makes some sort of tangle web spider. So maybe like a steatoda or something like that.
What's the name again?
Focus with. It might. Ooh, okay, that's the zoom. I think we're gonna see when we get closer.
Okay.
Actually, I think I can put you guys just like right above her, and I think it's a her because she's got what looks like an egg sac.
Ooh.
Yeah, getting this. Hold on. Yeah, I apologize for the shakiness, but that should be hopefully a little bit more. We're lucky that this spider is not giving us any trouble because
you said steatoda.
Its flower for like. I think so. It's in that kind of Theridiid-y looking situation, and that's gonna be
a type of cobweb spider.
Yeah. Okay. So if you look at the center, more or less of. Oh, there she is. Okay, now she's in focus.
Oh,
there we
great.
go.
That's a good view. Okay. Yes.
Yeah. So I zoomed in.
We can see her abdomen.
So you can see the spider. Yep.
And
she's got an egg sac. It looks like under this leaf.
Yeah, and she's upside down in the web.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, she is. Yeah. So let's see. If I can actually get the macro lens on my camera and see if we can get any closer.
Only 4 legs, asks Zach. Only 4 that we can see right now.
Yeah, I think the other legs are behind the view we've got, and we're gonna try to see how much we can see without like moving the spider. But I will pick her up if. All right. The camera's gonna go a little weird because I'm gonna put the lens on So it's just going to be weird for a second.
I'll switch it so that, oops, not so I'm on full screen, but I'll just switch it so that I'm larger to make the viewing a little less chaotic until you're ready to go again. Yeah, sure. Yeah, Steatoda. Yep, that's how it's spelled, David. I will present that on screen too. So actually, the way that you wrote it too, David, is perfect because Sebastian is not totally sure it's a Steatoda, and in the scientific realm, in entomology, taxonomy, arachnology, scientists, when they're identifying something, will put a question mark at the end of the scientific name when they're not totally sure. So, Steatoda question mark.
If you want to put me back on main camera,
Swap. So this is from the other side, right?
All right. And it's this is with the macro lens, so you can get a good bit closer. No, it's same direction.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Same direction. Yeah. I can try to actually flip her over.
Okay. And as soon as you're able to, just try to hold it as still as possible because right now it looks somewhat pixely for us.
So now we're looking.
Oh, and she just moved her legs a bit. Yeah. Probably feeling the disturbance and being like, what's going on?
Let me grab my tripod because I'm freehanding it.
Yeah. Okay. You need 8 legs like the spiders, Sebastian.
Let me put it on the tripod because, it's currently being free-handed just to get the angle. Yeah.
Oh, let me switch this again so it's not too chaotic. Everyone take a sip. Cheers. We found the spider.
How are we doing?
All right, let me switch back.
Better?
I think in a moment it'll clear up a bit. So, yes, this is good. This is good. Don't move a muscle.
Sweet. I'm trying very hard not to because I'm holding the branch in place.
Oh, yeah.
And let me see if I can slowly kind of move it to get her better into view.
It's funny how the clarity works sometimes.
So I'm basically Yeah,
so
you can see underneath her that egg sac.
Yeah, and she does have some distinct markings on her abdomen. Is she holding the egg sac with her mouth?
That's a good question. Yes, she is. I can.
Okay.
Let me see. She might have picked it up when I started doing this.
Oh, not too different from how cats or puppies will pick up their pups with their mouth to move them around and make sure they're safe.
Oh, if there was a second there where I had it at the side and you could see her holding it with her fangs.
Cool. Can you zoom in at all anymore or no?
I can. Let me just do that because I have to do that from the phone.
Whoa, a little less.
It's going to be pretty jittery.
It's actually not too bad. This is good. Actually, this is good. This is better than before. We can even see the hairs on her abdomen.
Perfect. This is me like trying to hold this branch as steady as possible.
Yeah, we can see the colors.
Awesome. Yeah, you can even see the shine of her eyes right now. And you can just barely see where she's holding the egg sac.
With her chelicera?
Right there, more or less the center. Yeah, more or less the center of the screen.
Uh-huh. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
And then we can also see kind of where her spinnerets come to a little tip.
Yeah, let me move those over to the center.
Earlier, when you were getting resituated, Sebastian, I was showing the spinnerets of an agellinid spider.
Oh, yeah. Those have
grass or sheetweb spider, which have very different spinnerets. They have much longer, slender spinnerets. So this is a nice contrasting example with that.
Yeah. Let's see if I can. I'm going to keep trying to rotate this so maybe we can get her like face on. That might be a pipe dream, but.
Yeah.
Okay, here's something.
That's a nice view.
Ooh, whoa, whoa. Oh, wait, hold on, something hit it.
What kind of phone do you have again? Is it Android or iPhone?
This is an iPhone. Oh, okay. I see what happened. If I zoom in past a certain point, it'll try to switch to the other camera that doesn't have the lens on it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's happened to me. It's confusing.
And now she's kind of looking straight into the lens.
She's staring down the intruders. Oh, you can
and
see.
You can very clearly see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you zoom in again like you did before, or no?
I'm gonna
She's definitely
try.
distressed. You can see it in her body
She's
movement.
Very upset.
We don't blame her.
Shake the web.
Yeah. She's.
All right. I think we'll let her continue to live her life.
Okay.
Sounds
good.
I will look for more spiders.
Awesome.
Unless we have. Oh, well, here's something cool. It's not a spider, but it'll be easy because it's not moving.
Okay. Oh yeah. Look at that.
One of these Japanese beetles. These super shiny, very pretty but sadly invasive beetles.
Yeah.
That are basically everywhere this time of year in Pennsylvania and probably other places.
Yeah, and they exhibit that funky behavior, as you can see right now, where they like put both of their legs up on the side when they're disturbed.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I don't.
Because bumblebees kind of do that too, in a way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like if you.
Do you have any idea why they do it?
No, but making that connection between how the Japanese beetles do it and how bumblebees do it makes me sort of curious as to what's going on there. Like, do they think that the predator is just going to bite off their arm? Do they think that they look like a thorn now when that happens? Like, I have no idea what's going on and why. But if two different species are doing it, and in two different, and also in two different like orders of insects, then it makes me very curious as to what's going on.
Yeah.
How common it might be.
All right, I'll get this guy going. But yeah, these are if you ever want to like look for a shiny beetle, it's probably the easiest one to find most of the year. Cause look at that beautiful iridescence.
Zach is saying them raising their arms is them working out. Oh. There you go.
That's one thing I didn't think about until basically you said that. But can arthropods work out in the conventional sense? Like I don't
building muscle. You mean?
Yeah. Can they?
I mean,
because
I don't see why not. It's a great question. I don't see why not because I feel like any animal, if they don't use their muscles, like you don't use it, you lose it. Probably.
That's true.
And like with running and things like that. Yeah,
I get
like animals that we keep as pets. Like if like they're not as strong, right? Or they're not as practiced in maybe doing different things that their wild counterparts might do.
Yeah, I guess they do have some internal muscle that's like actually muscle. So maybe that gets beefier.
Yeah.
I found something cool though. Let me pop over to the other camera view.
One more comment about the working out and muscle thing on insects is it is so different in that they are constrained by their exoskeleton.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got a bunch of dudes over here.
Oh, wow.
Don't know what exactly they are.
They're probably they're probably milkweed bugs, which sounds really silly because they're on milkweed and they're bugs, but like that's the common name of a certain species of insect.
I think I've seen them, like you said this is a nymph, right?
Yes. So they're immatures. You can see their little wing pads.
Cool.
And yeah, just hanging out.
I've definitely seen stuff this color that's like been larger and look different. So maybe those were the adults.
Yeah. I think that there's a couple of different things that they might be. I'll share the species that I'm guessing that it is in the chat. And then I'm going to share it to the screen so people can see it.
So if you guys, I don't know, it's hard to tell. What they're doing is there's a opening in here, and they're all gathering around it. Now they're upset that I've like moved their leaf, but there's like a puncture in this kind of part of the plant, and they were all kind of hanging out on it. Maybe feeding, I'm not sure.
Oh, Molly added that she thinks they're just voguing, the beetles and the bumblebees. Yeah. So these will oftentimes aggregate and hang out, and it probably benefits them because they're these bright colors, aposematic, warning coloration, and so the more warning coloration, the better. Probably helps with survival. And Christian's asking, how do you remember all these Latin names, Isa? And the secret is that I'm here in the studio. So I'm using my computer and I know like the common name for what I'm thinking of, and I can just type it into Google real fast and look it up and then paste it into the chat. So I do not remember the scientific names very easily. I wish I had a better memory.
I just got hit with a super sticky plant. I just walked into like something that's all like got little seed pods all over me now.
Ooh, you've been tagged, Sebastian.
I've been tagged, yeah.
You are now a seed disperser. New title for Sebastian, arachnologist and seed disperser, nominated by the plants that he's walking by.
Yeah. So let's see. We're finding surprisingly, or at least I'm spotting surprisingly few spiders, which is, you know, theoretically the point of all this. Oh, there's okay. Well, this is cool. It's not a spider, but it's cool. Again, okay. Wait. Okay. I think we've got some spiders because right about here, there's a guideline going all the way to that plant over there, right there, which means someone's planning to make a web here today because it looks pretty fresh. And we're gonna find that person.
Let's do it
on the internet. Okay, so the first thing to do is they're probably in this clump of. And I'm gonna dock this while I look because I think we realized that if I try to do both, the spider will get away. All right, so I'm gonna look at this. Ooh, big spider. Okay, I found her already. Okay. All right, this will be fun. All right, so let's start with just. Okay, so. Getting her into. Yeah, so this is what I started when I started looking. Big Orb Weaver.
So what do you think it's doing right now?
Right now, she is hiding in this plant, and my guess is waiting till there is not an arachnologist interface to finish building this web. Because this is going to be one of those orb weavers that makes those really big webs, and we can try to ID what it is. When I'm going to try to get it out in a second. And it looks like she started with just the like topmost guideline, but it's probably not dark enough to really make it worth doing the whole thing yet.
What's a guideline, Sebastian?
Yeah. So when especially the ones that like hang down like this in between, say this plant and this plant, they need something to work from. So the first thing that they'll do is they'll basically attach the top of one plant here all the way across to the other top here. And then they have something that they can work from, and they'll drop down from that and start making the rest of the web. But to do that, they actually have to like attach silk on one end, and then climb down all the way around, and then climb all the way back up the other side and attach the silk. Because this is the line that lets them work across the space. I don't know if it's coming on in the camera, but there's a silk line right here.
Yeah, we can't see it, but we believe you.
Trust me.
We trust you. I trust you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it is rather amazing how they can do that. Sometimes I'm just like, how on earth did they like go from these? Sometimes it's very far distances, like one tree to another tree or something like that. Like it's just such an impressive feat that they're able to set up these structural silk threads that are the basis of their full orb web.
Yeah, and they're doing this without being able to see the other end of like that, the other plant that they're going to. Like that's for me the really impressive part.
Yeah, and they can
look at it, it's like, okay, we just look over there and like keep track of it. Like for us, we would, but they can't see that. They like their vision isn't good enough to like see that far. So they're just kind of doing it by like basically getting a sense of when they're at the top of a plant. And I don't even know exactly how they figure it out.
Yeah, I wonder how much.
Ooh, okay.
This
There's a
sparks
jumping
so many
spider like over
questions.
there.
Okay. A giant what?
We're gonna come back to her in a second, but there's a jumping spider over there that I just spotted, and we're gonna go find it before it gets away.
Okay.
All right, so this is gonna be tricky because it's a jumping spider, which means it will probably be really upset that I'm doing this. But should be. Oh, okay. There, you just saw it jump. There we go.
Oh.
Okay, went around. So this is how it is with jumping spiders. You're gonna do a dance because the spider can see me, and it does.
Yes, this spider does not need a web to be touched to sense that Sebastian is near. And thanks for the Yummy Award, Molly. As a reminder to anyone watching, all the awards are split between Sebastian and I to support our sips that run the show when we're in the studio and haven't drank a whole mocha that has too much caffeine in it. Since today I'm drinking water.
There he is. All right.
Oh, it's looking over at us. Hello, little jumper.
And now it's curious because I'm not moving too much. Trying to see what's happening. So this is the juvenile Phidippus audax, and it's currently behind that leaf. You can almost kind of see it in the shadow. It'll come over the edge, I think, any second now. Come on. Oh, there he comes. Yeah, there we go. Now this is the content you're all here for.
Oh, yeah. The way that it peers over the leaf to look.
Like, is that weird camera guy still there? Yes.
Yep. Peekaboo, as Zach said.
Now, did I lose him? Actually, I don't know if it's a male or a female right now. Because as juveniles, it's very hard to tell whether adults. Okay, he is. Oh, okay, he's up here. So you see how agile a jumping spider can be in this kind of environment. They can really quickly move around, and if you lose track of them and you're not used to working with them, they can just disappear. The most annoying thing they'll do is they'll just jump like all the way down to the ground, or onto, right in front of the camera. Hold on. There we go. Calling it up here.
I was thinking about their jumping habits the other day because there was one I was chasing in the garden trying to photograph, and it jumped around the leaves a bunch, and then finally it jumped down to the ground. And it was really hard to follow.
Yeah, when they go to ground, it's really tough because they will just hunker down in like a tiny, underneath like something super tiny and just not move for a while. And the only thing I found that works is just being really patient, because eventually they will get restless and start moving again, and then you have a chance to spot them.
They probably get tired too.
Yeah. And they're so you can see right there?
Yes.
That's the drag line. So whenever a jumping spider jumps, it leaves a line of silk that it uses as a safety line, to, in case it falls, it can use that. Okay, he's
safety first.
Very upset that I'm doing this now.
It knows it's being hunted.
Yeah, right now it's okay. He's like behind this right now. You see that? There she is.
Oh, there she is again, looking around.
So the tricky thing is, they will always choose to walk on the side that's opposite you.
Ooh.
Because they know where you are and they're hiding.
Oh, look! You caught Did you see it? It jumped on that little fly or something like that.
Oh wow! I know. I was just trying to
Oh,
keep it
here
in
it's.
frame.
Oh, I don't think it did anything with it, but it did respond to the little fly or wasp, whatever that is, that's right to the left of it.
Oh
For
yeah, that
us, it's to
super
the
tiny
left.
thing.
Yeah, it like jumped on it, but it's too small for it to do anything, probably. It's like a little tiny crumb for that jumper, I think.
Yeah.
We
All
also
right.
saw it jump that one other time, which was very cool, Sebastian.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So here he is. I think this one. They're just so photogenic. It's a shame to just like be like, oh, let's move on to another spider. But
Oh,
yeah.
it's looking at its options. Where to jump next?
Frank asks if it will abandon the safety line when going further, and yeah, they will. After they land, they will often abandon the safety line and then prep another one.
Uh-huh.
So usually, what they do is they have one piece of the silk attached to the thing they're jumping from, and then the other piece is like it's still attached to their spinnerets.
Mm-hmm.
So it unspools as they move. But when they land, they detach it.
This this broadcast makes me really want to start a Google Doc to type in like what we're watching and type in our wonderings, because it just when we go explore um, the animals and spiders, even right in our backyard or local park, like there's just all these things that I just start to wonder, and I don't even know if
Yeah.
any of them are answered yet. And maybe, I mean, I don't know, maybe it could be the subject of someone's PhD at some point, but like it just makes me
Yeah.
wonder, like, okay, some insects run away from you when you find them. That's an energy cost.
Yeah.
And then other ones like the jumper run away and they leave behind this thread of silk, which is another energy cost. And then I wonder,
Yeah.
do they ever go back and like eat up their silk again to recycle it? Does this species, do
I've never
jumpers
seen a
ever do that?
jumping spider do it, but they might.
Yeah.
I've never seen them do it though.
And then do spiders ever eat up another spider's silk?
Now that one's interesting because that one's totally possible. I know they do notice other silk. So other jumping spiders will, when they find silk that's been left, they will like taste it and see like, oh, okay, who left this,
Hmm,
and use it to get
that's cool
information. But I don't know if they like will eat it to get back
for
some of
energy.
those proteins to make more silk of their own. That
Hmm.
would be really cool.
Hmm.
But we could go back to
Like
like the
it'd be funny if there was a spider that just started eating other spiders' silk.
right.
It's dangerous, of course, because it's a spider eats spider world out there. But it's just like you
Oh,
have a hammock
okay.
out and someone just starts wrapping it up and taking the threads or something like that.
All right, so I've spotted something, and let's see if I can get over to it in time. Actually, I
Um,
spotted a couple of things.
ooh, some more great questions, wonderings rolling in. Do any other organisms eat the silk?
I don't know
I don't
actually.
know. And then
Um,
from Frank, do spiders ever get stuck on other spiders' silk?
that definitely happens. I've seen spiders get
Yeah.
stuck on their own silk, especially in captivity.
Wow.
Especially jumping spiders. After a while, if they're in a small container, and they have been jumping back and forth a lot, they'll leave a lot of like crisscrossing lines in the air, and then that will just. Sorry, I'm like taking all these things off my pants as I talk.
It's okay.
It's basically pointless. I'll just do it later, and I'll try to show you the thing that I saw. And they will kind of like they won't really get like stuck like they can't move, but it will like tangle them up a bit. Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah.
what I'm going to show you is another type of arachnid, and it's going to be right over here. It's going to be under a leaf, and it might move because it's going to freak out as soon as this thing gets close.
Ooh, a spider. Not.
Oh, and there it goes. Yeah. There.
An
Uh,
arachnid. It's a little
yeah.
blurry.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. No, I wasn't able
the
to get close
focus.
enough to focus.
Okay, it's the
Um,
macro lens.
yeah. So that was a harvester, or a daddy longleg. It is out in the open now. I can try. I can try again.
Okay.
They are very sensitive to vibration, and so when my camera got over there, um, bring you over. Oh, and it's under the leaf now. Under the...
Do
We're
you
gonna get it, unfortunately, unless I like really. And I don't think run in there.
Know how many species of these are in the USA?
Of opilionids, of harvesters? I have no idea. I would imagine that they're probably, whatever number we have now is probably like an undercount. There's probably some other species out there, but I genuinely don't know. A lot of the ones I see are like just the few most common species, but I also don't study them, so I'm not as good at finding them as finding just like spiders.
Yeah, I just looked it up on Bug Guide, and Bug Guide says there's over 6,600 species of harvestmen or Opilionis worldwide. But I really have no idea how many there are in the USA. And it's interesting to think about because it's definitely one of those animal groups that growing up, I was like, oh, it's a daddy longlegs, like not thinking that there's more than one species in the area of northeastern USA. Oh, back to the Orb Weaver.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I figured we'd go give her a visit. Let me put my camera down to make this more stable, because it's going to be shaking.
All right, I'll do the switcheroo for a moment.
Okay. So what I'm going to try to do, and this will be... Let's see if this works, because I'm going to try to bring her...
All right, switching back.
Here we go. Look at that.
Cool. It's a little fuzzy for us.
I'm holding the branch in place, unfortunately.
It's a little pixely for us. Oh, now it's clear. Kind of going in and out a little bit, but for a moment it was super clear and we saw the hairs on her body. And
let me try something.
Okay.
I'm gonna... let me just get this more like... She seems to be holding pretty still, so I'm gonna do a little bit more.
She's hunkered down. You can see the way her legs are and everything. So yeah, we can see her head and then her legs all scrunched up like this on either side.
Yeah,
we don't see her eyes, but I think that's because her eyes are so small, very different from the jumping spider. Yeah, it's quite a bit pixely, unfortunately. But
yeah,
it's funny because it looks like she's pixely sparkling, if that makes sense. For some reason,
seems to be going in and out at least.
Okay. Here, perhaps.
I'm still in the same place I was before. I don't know why the signal's going in and out.
Yeah, I think it could also be because it also might be a little confusing for us to look at because I'm guessing her hairs, are they kind of white on her body? Maybe they're glistening a little bit, and so that's causing it to not be super compatible with the slightly strained connection in the field. Why don't you take a picture?
Okay, here's...
If we're not able to get it in focus, why don't you take a picture when we're done the broadcast and post it on your HAPS page, Sebastian? It's like a little follow-up.
Here's the Orb Weaver.
It's the same, unfortunately. Yeah.
Okay. Let me try that.
I'm just making myself larger for now. To hopefully help our more sensitive viewers who might have trouble with the fuzzy and shakiness.
I'm taking a picture of her right now.
Oh, okay. You can do that during the broadcast? Nice. Okay. All right. I'm going to switch this. Photography in progress. Yeah.
Okay.
So anyone joining us now, hello, welcome to Sips and Spiders. Sebastian is in the field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and we're looking at an Orb Weaver who's coming across as a bit... I wonder, how are you holding your phone? Make sure you're not holding your phone near where the antenna might be in your phone, in case that might contribute. Oh, I can't hear you now.
Am I?
Oh, I can hear you now.
I don't know where the antenna is.
That's
to be
okay.
honest.
That's okay. I wonder if now's a good time for us to wrap up.
You can hear me?
Yes, your connection did get worse though. So
we
maybe
might have to call it.
Let's call it. Yeah, let's call it.
Unfortunately.
No, we made it work for a while, and so thanks, Sebastian, and thanks for finding that new location. And thanks everybody for joining Sips and Spiders with this edition of Sebastian going into the field. Woo! And we loved your attire, Sebastian. It was fantastic to see what an arachnologist wears into the field. And we hope that the mosquitoes didn't bite you too much either. Woo! The full presentation, boots and all. Thanks everyone who bared with us through the technical difficulties, and replay viewers. I hope that you find that scroll button so you can scroll to the parts that are less technically glitchy. I wish I could put that at the beginning of the broadcast, being like, you can scroll ahead.
What I can do is I can download the video from the YouTube backup and just upload just a trimmed version that starts where it's not bad.
Yeah, if we want to, yeah. And on my website, on my Bugscope homepage website thing, I have a link to our episodes, and if you do trim it, then I'll put the link to that, whatever, like the YouTube or wherever you want to have the video be.
I'll re-upload it. Yeah, I'll probably re-upload it on YouTube, and then we can link to that.
Sure. You can also upload it. Oh, do you have this broadcasting to YouTube now, Sebastian?
Do I have YouTube now?
No, is this multicasting to YouTube?
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can just go in and edit it, without even uploading it again, unless you want to.
No. I just forgot I could do that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I'll just do that. I'll trim it, and then we can just use that one as the
sure
point to.
Yeah. And if you do want to re-upload it too, we can do that. I don't know how the YouTube algorithm works, but I know that sometimes live and not live videos show up differently on YouTube, so we can talk about it later. This is post-broadcast stuff that we're talking about now. So
yeah, this is all troubleshooting.
Yeah.
Next time I'll just start up here and we could not deal with the terrible signal. All right,
we live and we learn, yeah.
We'll do maybe a final sign-off for everyone.
Yep. Cheers. Thanks guys.
Folks. Hope you had fun.
Cheers. Yeah, thanks for the awards, everybody. Thanks, Frank. Thanks, David, Julia, everyone. And catch you next time on Sips and Spiders with Sebastian and Solange, which this week was delayed because of the weather from last week, but it's every third Tuesday of the month. So the next one, okay, we're going to have to delay the next one too. Oh, no, the third Thursday works. The third Tuesday works actually for September. Okay. The 21st of September is the next one.
Cool.
So take care. Have a good evening. Go enjoy your local spiders and see ya.